Hello and welcome to the Path to Freedom podcast, a weekly podcast with the intention to inspire, empower, and uplift us all to develop a healing consciousness that we, that is you and me, may forever allow for greater and grander versions and expressions of who and what we are to emerge with ease, grace, and spiritual dignity. My name is Daniel Roquillo, and I am your host. Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of the Path to Freedom podcast. A weekly podcast that is about freedom, that is about wholeness, that is about allowing for greater and grander expressions of who and what we are to emerge, growth, unfolding. That is what this podcast is about. Inviting us, guiding us, leading us, inspiring us, empowering us, uplifting us to that higher and higher level of consciousness. If you tuned in before, I welcome you back. If this is the first time you join us, welcome. My name is Daniel Roquillo, and I am the host of this podcast. This episode is about a question that I've come to love. We've talked about questions before. This is another kind of question. This is a question, it came to me, it's not a new question. Well, the question is, what is mine to do in this moment? What is mine to do in this moment? And as I said, it's not a new question for me. I've heard it many times for a year or so, but just a short while ago, it landed within me in a different way. It took on a whole new meaning, and I've come to use it and I've come to love it as a way to, in each and every moment, to come back to the nowness of this moment. And as I come back to the nowness of this moment, it guides me and points me to what is mine to do. And as it has come to mean so much to me, as it has come to be so important to me, I want to share it with you. So this is what this episode is all about. The question, in this moment, what is mine to do? But as always, before we get into the talking and the exploring and the conversing, let's take a moment of stillness, a moment of silence, a moment of meditation, of coming back to the nowness of this moment, a moment of prayer at the end of the meditation. And so in this moment, I invite you to place yourself in a comfortable position. I invite you to close your eyes. You may want to just place your hands in your lap, your palms facing upward in an upward or in a receptive position, a receptive mode. And I invite you to take a deep breath. Another deep cleansing breath. Just allow the breath to move you into a stillness, into a relaxation. And be aware that you don't have to breathe, but you can release and let go. You can surrender to your body breathing. The body breathes, it is infinite intelligence. It knows how to breathe, it knows when to breathe. So we, you and I, in this moment, can simply observe body breathing, can simply observe the air flowing in and out, the chest rising and falling. So I invite you to turn your full attention to your breaths. And if a thought should snag your attention away, gently and lovingly bring it back and begin again. Be aware of your breathing and allow your breathing to move even deeper, deeper, deeper into the stillness, into the quietude, into the nowness of this moment. As I, in a moment, will move into prayer, I invite you to remain with your eyes closed. I invite you to be open and available and receptive to catch the feeling, tone, the vibration, and the frequency of the prayer. allowing you, allowing it to lift you up to a higher consciousness. And so, in this moment, how grateful I am, how easy it is to be grateful for this moment, for the nowness of this moment, for the high and holy moment of connecting and communing with Spirit. I'm so grateful for the technology that allows me to be here in co creation with you, that allows me to be a part of this community, of this field that we are now creating. I'm so grateful for this podcast, and I'm so grateful for your participation in this field, in this community. I'm so grateful for my willingness to be open and available for Spirit to flow through me, for love to flow through me, for peace to flow through me, for wholeness to flow through me. So grateful for Spirit's guidance, for that still small voice within me that forever and ever and ever speaks, whispers words of wisdom and guidance. And from this space and place of gratitude, I recognize that God is. I recognize that God is infinite love, infinite peace, infinite joy, infinite abundance, infinite wholeness, infinite intelligence and creativity. I recognize that God is everywhere and that God knows all there is to know. Omnipresent, omniscient. God is omnipotent, the only power there is. And as God is everywhere, it means that there's no space nor place where God is not, but God is fully present in every space and place, as much in a star as in a daffodil, as in a rock, as in a blade of grass. God is everywhere, sourcing and fueling and funding all of life, sustaining and maintaining all of life, moving, guiding, leading all of life, forever into higher and higher, greater and grander versions and expressions of itself. And as God is everywhere, it means that right here where I am, God is. Right here where I am, God is. I am a unique and perfect emanation of Spirit. I am Spirit expressing itself in, as, and through me in each and every moment. I am peace expressing itself in, as, and through me in each and every moment. I'm love expressing itself in, as, and through me in each and every moment. Wholeness, intelligence, beauty, power, abundance, all expressing themselves in, as, and through me in each and every single moment. And as this is true for me, I know that it's the truth for you, that right where you are, God is. Right where each of us is, God is. Wholeness is. Peace is. Beauty is. Abundance is. Love is. Joy is. We're all sourced and fueled and funded by Spirit. We're all sustained and maintained by God. We're all moved, guided, and led by the infinite moving, flowing through us. I know it, I feel it, I accept it, I give thanks for it, I allow it to be. And I know that this means that wherever we are, wherever I am, wherever you are, all of our needs are met. We are lacking nothing. We are missing nothing. All of our needs are met. Everything we need, we have. And in this moment, as we're now being lifted up to a higher vibration, to a higher frequency, we're becoming more open and available for all of that which God is to flow through us. We're like the light bulb that has been dimmed but are now turned up. We're becoming brighter, more luminous, more radiant than ever before. Something wonderful is happening right in this moment. I know it, I feel it, I accept it, I give thanks for it. I allow it to be. All is well. Peace be still. All is well. Peace be still. All is well. Peace be still. And as I release the word, I know that it is done. I know that the word is law in and by itself. And we are now witnessing that doneness to manifest and demonstrate itself in this dimension at this time. So it is, so be it. Amen. Welcome back. You may open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So the topic for today, for this episode, is the question, what is mine to do in this moment? And it was a couple of weeks ago, I was having a conversation with a dear friend. And I was expressing to him that I was a bit torn. I was a bit anxious about getting to where I want to get. And in being anxious, I sort of sacrificed the present moment, the nowness of this moment. I wasn't fully here and now, but I was a little bit here and a little bit in some future moment. And we were talking back and forth about this, and I remember describing this as a challenge because I was aware of it, but I could not find a way to come back to the nowness in this moment. And in that moment, I heard Michael Bernard Beckwith's voice, because this is a question that he often asks. I heard him say, what is mine to do in this moment? And it just clicked. It just clicked. And I was like, wow, this is beautiful. I love how guidance works. I love how spirit talks, not only through me, but to me through others. And so I realized this question is very potent and very, very powerful to be used whenever I feel myself sort of slipping away from the nowness of this moment into the future. Because as I said in the beginning, I'm very I'm very curious about who I am becoming. I'm very curious because I'm still in a transition. I'm still in a phase where the old and the small and the limited is dissolving. It has been dissolved. I'm always in a sort of transition, but for a month or so now, the change is it's a big change. It's like my whole being is being upgraded. Sort of the caterpillar moving into the cocoon, emerging as a butterfly. It's not, they're not the same. The butterfly is not the same creature as the caterpillar. And that is how I feel this to be. This is how I sense this to be. That the me that went into this phase, that went into this state, is no more. Is no more. But something new. And this time much greater, much grander, much more expanded is emerging. And I'm very curious as to find out who that new me is. What service will I bring? What expression will I take? And so while this is exciting, it also, as I say, it's been a challenge for me to remain in the nowness of this moment. It's been a challenge for me to remain centered and grounded in the now moment, in the holy now. And so I've been, since that conversation with my friend, I've been using this question to get me back, to lead me back, to bring me back to the nowness of this moment. And it's such a beautiful question. It's such a powerful question. And so what I do, obviously you're free to use it or not use it. And obviously you're free to use it in any way you feel compelled to use it or inspired to use it. But the way I use it is that whenever I catch myself drifting away into some future moment, or whenever I have a moment in between, as we've been talking about, I think it was a few episodes ago, we talked about the moments in between, these moments where we're doing something that not necessarily requires our full conscious attention, like doing dishes or folding laundry or walking or being in the shower or taking a shower or going to the toilet, the bathroom or whatever. But these, driving a car, but these moments where there is real wriggle room for our attention to be elsewhere. And so whenever I catch myself drifting into the future, whenever I have a moment in between and remember to ask this question, I ask it. And so I ask myself, what is mine to do? In this now moment, what is mine to do? And the answer, as guidance comes to me, it's not, to me, guidance comes as an inner knowing. I just know. Some people see, some people hear, some people feel, but I know. So catching the answer may be that mine to do right now is to pray. Or mine to do is to affirm. Or mine to do right now is to bless and pray for others. Or mine to do right now is to just breathe. Just breathe. Our mind to do right now is to give thanks, to be grateful, to take on that beautiful feeling tone of being grateful, acknowledging all the good that we have in this moment. And this is such a powerful tool. It's such a potent question because it directly moves me back into the nowness of this moment. And if we're talking freedom, if we're talking healing, if we're talking demonstrating and manifesting, it is done in the nowness of this moment. It is not done yesterday. It is not done 2 minutes from now. It is not done even in the present, because we can be present but yet not in the nowness of this moment. But it's done in the nowness. It's not about doing anything really. I mean, obviously we have tasks that we need to do, we have duties that we need to perform and all that. But doing is not our first priority, but doing comes only after being. So coming back to the nowness of this moment, allowing the peace and the stillness, making ourselves open and available to catch guidance, to catch inspiration. It is from that space and place that life begins to flow with such ease and grace. We're not struggling. We're not seeking to make anything happen. We're not even seeking a particular outcome or an end result. But we surrender in the nowness of this moment, or I. This is what happens to me when I come back to the nowness of this moment. In that moment, it's so easy for me to say, thy will be done. Letting go of my thoughts and opinions and perceptions, point of views as to what should and should not be. And this question, it really, 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 really brings me back to the nowness of this moment. So what is mine to do in this moment? What is mine to do? Let's just try that. Let's have a little exercise. So I invite you to close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Another breath. Let us ask, in this moment, what is mine to do? As always, we want to listen and we want to trust the guidance that we catch, that inner voice, however it speaks to you, because it speaks in language and in a way that we all can understand. So we want to trust it, and we want to give it permission to move us into some kind of action. The answer that I caught is to just breathe. And whatever answer you caught, I invite you to act on it. And as you're listening to a recording of this, I even invite you to press pause, to pause the recording and move yourself into whatever action was given to you. If you were guided to pray, then pray. Not later, but now. If you were guided to bless, then bless. Not later, but now. If you were guided to breathe, then breathe. Not later, but now. Or whatever you caught, don't wait, but do it now, because it was in this moment that you caught the guidance. God knows nothing of the future. God knows only this moment. So when we catch guidance, it is in this moment. And we want to act, and we want to deal with it, and we want to integrate it, and we want to implement it, and we want to honor it as soon as possible, because it was given to us now. 5 minutes from now, perhaps the guidance would have been different. But the question is, what is mine to do in this moment? In this moment. In this moment. In this moment. I actually think that this was it. I've got nothing more to say. Spirit has nothing more to say through me. And so we've come to the point where we are to catch our intention for the next week, for the coming week. And so in this moment, once again, I invite you to close your eyes, become still. And once again, I invite you to ask a question, only this time the question is, what is my intention for this upcoming week, for the next 7 days? Listen, know that Spirit speaks to you in a language and in a way that you will understand. So what's my intention for the next 7 days? And as we heard Reverend Kim Stanwood Terranova speak about a few weeks ago, intentions, setting intentions, in order to set a successful intention, they are to be in the positive or the affirmative. They are to be in the now, this moment. And they are based in qualities rather than outcomes. So I invite you to set your intention in an affirmative way, in the now moment and describing are based in equality, freedom, abundance, love, joy, happiness, wholeness, health. Not based on outcomes. Because we, honestly, we have no idea what the best outcome for even ourselves is. Spirit knows, but we don't. So we don't want to limit spirit. We don't want to put shackles on spirit, requesting or aiming for something that is not right for us or that is not for the highest good for us. So no outcomes, no results, but qualities, feeling tones. My the intention that I caught for myself is to come back to the nowness of this moment. My life has been very, very, very intense these last 2-3 weeks. This I've experienced slipping away from the nowness of this moment. So my intention for this week is to come back to the nowness of this moment. And of course, my intention for this year is to live my passion to the fullest in each and every moment. Teaching, being a conduit for healing, these are my passions. So that's my intention for this year, to live these passions to the fullest. All right. Oh, and also I invite you to pick up a pen, piece of paper, and write your intention down. And place it somewhere where you can see it, where you see it often, every day, perhaps many times every day. That it stays alive and active within you. So I am going to bless us out. If your eyes are still closed, you are invited to keep them closed. If your eyes are open, you are invited to close them. And so in this moment, once again, how grateful am I, how good it is, how easy it is to be grateful, to feel gratitude for this moment. I know that something wonderful has happened. It's been a shorter episode than usual, I think, but something wonderful has happened. Spirit is right here where we are, expressing itself in us and through you, in us and through me, in a magnificent way. In fact, Spirit is now expressing itself beyond what we have imagined, beyond anything we've previously experienced. Not because Spirit is now taking us into its favor. That's not it. But Spirit is now expressing itself greater and grander than before, simply because we have made ourselves more open and available for Spirit to flow through us. We have up-leveled our vibration, our frequency, and Spirit rises right up to meet us there at this new level, at this expanded level. So something wonderful is happening. Something wonderful has happened. All of our needs are met. Everything we need, we have. Infinite wholeness is right here, expressing itself in and as you, in and as me. Infinite peace is right here, expressing itself in and as you, in and as me. Infinite abundance is right here, expressing itself in and as you, in and as me. Infinite possibilities are right here, expressing themselves in and as you, in and as me. So I bless this episode, I bless this podcast, I bless you, each and every single one of you who are hearing my voice. I bless you, I bless you, I bless you, I bless you. And I thank you, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you for being you, for having the courage to be you, for being open, available, for being willing to surrender, willing to be intentional, and willing to do the work necessary to allow for even greater and grander expressions of who and what you are to emerge. God is, you are. Spirit is, I am. Unique and perfect emanations of Spirit. God expressing itself fully and freely in, as, and through each of us. I know it, I feel it, I accept it, I give thanks for it. All is well. Peace, be still. All is well. Peace, be still. So it is, so be it. Amen. Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in, for joining me here. Whenever and wherever here is to you. And I'm so grateful for your participation, for your co-creation of this field, this vibration, this frequency. Until the next time, I bless your day and I bless your way. Namaste. You have been listening to an episode of the Path to Freedom podcast with me, Daniel Roqueo. I invite you to stay tuned for more episodes. If you have any questions or comments or just want to get more inspiration and empowerment, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. I also invite you to visit my website, danielroqueo.com. I bless your day and I bless your way, you beautiful, wonderful being.